Hi, everyone. It is July 13, 2021. Shout out to Truth in Time. Thank you for posting this video, Truth in Time.
No, my friend, we don't have any storm clouds up there right now, but tomorrow is expected to be a different story, and that's where the county plans to use the Rainmaker.
Yeah, he hasn't replaced the flare on this one.
Bill Saunders calls himself the storm boss. Saunders, who works for the L.A. County Department of Public Works, oversees these AHOGs, automated high-output generators, or Rainmakers. They were used during the storm earlier this week and are slated to be used again during an expected storm tomorrow and next week.
This is what they call a cloud seeding generator. It's the latest technology for us to try to squeeze 10 or 15% more rain out of existing storms.
Saunders says the county has been cloud seeding since the 1950s. However, he says the program had been mothballed the last 5 years due to multiple fires, leaving swaths of burn areas. He says with the danger of mudslides and flooding from storms, they could not risk seeding clouds. Now it's a different story.
It's been about 5 years since the station fire, and this is the new opportunity that we have to cloud seed.
Saunders says the cloud seeding devices just installed come with new technology to help ensure even better results. He says each canister on the device heats up and sends a cloud of smoke into the sky. The smoke is filled with microscopic crystals that go into the clouds.
We use silver iodide molecules that go up into the air, and they become small molecular crystals up in the clouds, and that turns moisture clings to it and comes down as rainfall.
L.A. County Department of Public Works says there are 10 of these rain-making contraptions throughout L.A. County. Saunders says compared to the expense of transporting water in from other areas, the cloud seeding program is cost-effective. He says the program has the potential of bringing in well over 1 billion gallons of extra rainwater per year.
Cloud seeding is just one tool that the Department of Public Works uses in order to maximize local water sustainability and stormwater capture opportunities.
Okay. Just one of the tools. And I could, as I was listening to this the first time, I was thinking of all the arguments that people, well, we've had so many fires that they can't use this. They can't because of all of the fires last year and the year before and the year before. There are so many ways in which they can put out these fires. The ripple effects.
It has been a busy day for the pet evacuation team as they set up at the Deschutes County Fairgrounds and Expo Center to house livestock and horses that may need to be evacuated due to the Grandview wildfire. The stalls in the beef barn are ready and waiting. As of Monday morning, no animals had arrived at the temporary shelter. PET has been active for 20 years, helping to house animals in the event of disasters, and has 48 volunteers.
It's as it comes. We never know what to expect. We've got leashes and muzzles. Over here, we've got tie-down straps, poultry supplies, walls for our tent.
Each animal brought in will stay in a separate stall to help alleviate their stress. The team is well equipped to handle different types of animals.
We have people that are experienced with dogs and cats, and we have people that are experienced with horses and cows.
PET will be taking in animals 24/7 until further notice.
Grandview Fire, Oregon. And I have a subscriber who contacted me last night. She's very close to the fire. She's prepared to leave, but people are evacuating in that area. The Grandview Fire.
In the afternoon, there was a huge plume of smoke that kind of came towering over our over the trees.
For the first time in 22 years, Sue Bassett, a resident in the Squaw Creek Canyon subdivision, evacuated her home because of a fire. Sue, her husband Richard, and their dog Bella spent the night here at the Sisters Middle School gym, the Red Cross evacuation center for people living in the Sisters area.
We were ready, really ready. We had our car, we were waiting to see what we're supposed to do now, and so I think that it was kind of assuring, that felt assuring, yes, this is time to go, and we knew where we were going to go.
13 people spent the night at the middle school, either inside the gym or in their RV or car. While some residents in the area have evacuated, Angela McKellar, the coffee manager at Sweet Easy Company in Sisters, hopes tourists will not have to do the same. McKellar says tourists make up 80% of her store's revenue during summer. But if the Grandview Fire continues to grow, she'll likely be losing out on a lot of business.
We know that business is going to, slow down a little bit. They'll go home or they'll head to Bend or wherever it's, less smoky or ashy.
For Sue, Richard, and Bella, the Sisters Middle School gym is home for the moment.
We'll have to wait. Those fires are pretty unpredictable.
And unpredictable is right, because man has the technology, the tools to make it unpredictable, to whip up the winds. So a lot of fires have started just overnight. Oh, wow. This one is Washington. No, I'm sorry. This is the Bootleg Fire. And it rages in Oregon. And, yep, it's taking homes. I think it has already burned down 7 homes and, over 40 buildings.
And I got down to my house and they told me, no, you can't come back in here. And I said, well, my dogs are in the house. And so I left my car there and I run to my house to get my dogs. And by that time, it went from like bright white day to nighttime. I said, holy crap. I got my dogs, got the car. We booked back down to there, and they asked if there's any more people, and I said, yeah, up the road, there's a couple more houses up there. So I followed him up and told them, and everybody just got in their cars, and when I was going out, boy, yeah, this is
beautiful dog. Well, what is this? This is also the Bootleg Fire.
Fire crews are still trying to get some control on a massive fire burning through Klamath County. There's no containment yet on the Bootleg Fire, which has scorched about 12 miles of the county and destroyed several homes.
Yeah, crews say the conditions are only making this fire worse. Fox 12's Drew Reeves joins us now live with much more on this fire and the dozens of families forced to leave their homes, Drew.
Yeah, that's right. It's really been a challenging time for those families who don't know if they're going to have a home to go back to, or for those who have learned that they've lost everything. Now firefighters are working to make sure that nobody else feels that heartache.
We barely made it out of there.
It's been a long few days for Tim McCarley and his family, who learned on Friday that they needed to get out of their house and fast.
And they told us to get the hell out, because if not, you're dead.
The Bootleg Fire was fast approaching their home, leaving them little time to gather belongings.
I don't know if my place is lost. I'm a retired deputy sheriff out of Washoe County, and my whole life savings and everything that we have together that we put into this place, it was part of my bucket list, and I don't know if it's there or what.
The family has been staying at the Red Cross shelter in Klamath Falls. They're among the nearly 100 people who have had to stay.
Everybody does the best they can under the circumstances, but it's really hard when people don't know if they're going to have a home to go back to.
Crews are battling the more than 150,000-acre fire, but say that the hot, dry, and windy conditions have made it extremely difficult and dangerous.
Yep. Well, here we have the river fire. Yosemite National Park. Well, I guess the park is closed now. And this is in Washington.
This is in Nespelem. It's coming down into the town. Dry lightning's hitting. Nespelem breaking right down into the east part of town, kind of behind Jackson's Hill.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not good. Washington.
Mark Peterson in the 4 News Now Weather Center tracking the conditions that firefighters are facing.
And Destiny Richards live in Nespelem where a wall of flames is closing in on homes. Here's a quick overview of that situation. The Chewea Creek Fire is the largest of the 3 lightning-caused fires burning in that area. It's burned at least 1,000 acres and is threatening homes. 2 smaller fires are also burning nearby. The Joe Moses Road Fire, also near Nespelem, and the Frosty Meadows Friedlander Fire in the Inchelium district. Level 3 evacuation orders are in effect for the Nespelem area. That means leave now if you haven't already.
Our Destiny Richards has been following this fire since early this morning, overnight. She is live in Nespelem with what firefighters are facing this morning.
So on our way into Nespelem, we were definitely seeing those fire crews working on the fire line, but here in town, it is quiet. It is smoky. Ash is falling from the sky now. Everyone here is still under that level 3 evacuation. It's in effect for people not only in Nespelem, but Buffalo Lake, the Colville Indian Agency, Cache Creek, and other surrounding areas. That means, again, you should not be at your home. This all started before sunset around 7 p.m. yesterday that the first 2 fires broke out. And of course, there are 3 that have been burning since last night.
Fires breaking out everywhere, and a whole lot of the fires, they're claiming, are due to lightning strikes. Lightning strikes. This is Arizona. This is Montana.
Here's a quick rundown of fires burning in our area. Pre-evacuation notices are in effect for a wildfire near Troy. The Burnt Peak fire was sparked by lightning last week and has grown to about 650 acres with nearly 100 people fighting it. While the fire is in steep terrain in the Kootenai National Forest, it is within 2 miles of residences. Everyone is welcome to attend a public meeting today at the Three Rivers Ranger Station parking lot in Troy. That meeting starts at 6 p.m. and will address the fire as well as restrictions, closures, and Lincoln County emergency plans.
Apparently, a whole lot of fires broke out in Montana. Here's another one, the Lolo Hot Springs, evacuation still in order. That's growing. It's a complex now with Lolo Pass, Granite Pass.
Evacuation warnings are still in place for sections of Highway 12 near Lolo Pass as 3 fires are burning in that area. The fire is now called the Granite Pass Complex, include the Lolo Creek Fire on the Missoula Ranger District and the BM Hill and Shotgun Fires on the Powell Ranger District in Idaho. Together, those 3 fires have burned around 1,000 acres. The BM Hill fire is now burning on the Lolo National Forest northwest of Highway 12. It's expected to merge with the Lolo Creek Fire in the coming days.
I got little sleep last night. I was trying to sleep. It gets very, very dark here. And all of a sudden, I see light in the sky. And while people would call it lightning, I don't know what the hell it was. My camera did not work last night. I couldn't get any video of it. But I was seeing it from different windows. And a window to the left, I saw the sky just light up. And then, it was seconds. But the window straight ahead of me, I saw what literally looked like a flashlight, a huge flashlight in the sky that just somebody turned on and off really fast. Nothing looked like lightning, but what was really amazing, there was not a cloud in the sky. I could see all of the stars. Then, it went on for a little while. Then it stopped. I was like, okay. Well, not sure what it is, but, you hear, oh, lightning is starting all of these fires. About an hour later, it started again. And I was thinking, okay, this is making me feel a little anxious. What could you guys be feeling, west of me? In Washington, in Oregon, in California. I can't imagine. Okay. So, Montana fires spread.
And it isn't just our region of the state. Fires blew up across Montana over the weekend, and leaders say they've had to prioritize the best ways to use their firefighting resources. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian talks to the state about what they're doing to stay ahead.
Leaders with Montana...
Okay. Essentially, they're ready. They're ready. Okay. Fires are breaking out all over Canada and here. And, again, people are losing their homes. I think about all of the wildlife. And then I think about the wildlife that actually survives these fires, that are pushed into areas that then a whole lot of people have to deal with a whole lot of wildlife. The drought, the water, where are they getting the water? Where are they getting food? The ripple effects of all of this creates so much chaos, not just for the human being, but for all life.
Begin with the battle by firefighters in 7 western states to bring nearly 50 wildfires under control amid extremely hot weather. The 2 largest in Oregon and California have forced many people out of their homes. Lilia Luciano is near the scene of another fast-moving fire threatening areas near Yosemite National Park. Lilia, good morning.
Good morning. Overnight, winds have died down, but they come and go. Right now, as I feel some wind, I'm seeing flames spark up in front of me, and smoldering spots like these are seen all along the road. More than 1,000 firefighters have been actively and aggressively fighting this blaze, despite working in temperatures well above 100 degrees. And while they've made some progress, dozens of fires raging throughout the West is a sign that we are on for a dangerous and active fire season. Searing heat along with windy, dry conditions fueled the river fire Monday as it burned near Yosemite National Park and raced towards homes. This fire is picking up very fast. The wind is changing direction. As you can see, the crews are trying to stop the flames from jumping over. The fires are forcing people living here to take quick action to save their lives and their livestock. Rancher Justin Weavers is helping move cattle miles out of harm's way. We're dealing with the 3rd back-to-back heat wave. What has that been like?
Deadly. It's freaking hot, especially when you're working outside.
Less than 200 miles north, this video captured firefighters running for cover as the Beckworth Complex fire just north of Lake Tahoe exploded. The blaze, ignited by lightning, is California's largest fire so far this year. The strong winds continue to whip up the flames, a big concern for Bob Schoenstein.
That fire can be on the other side of that mountain, and it can put embers down in the middle of this town and burn this town to the ground.
The fires are erupting as record temperatures have been seen across the West, a trend experts have attributed to climate change.
Unless we as a society make drastic changes.
Can't listen to it. Brainwashed, dull brain. Sorry, Dave, but, you know, now that we have the technology called the internet, you know, it can be used to really, you know, get people out of their brainwashed mind. It can be used to actually look into what's really going on here. So, but at this point, all the friggin' smoke everybody is breathing. I still can't see the mountains that they used to be clear. And in fact, I got some pictures from a subscriber in Washington, and it looks like you have the same view. Not able to see the mountains. Yep. But here's another ripple effect.
Some Bay Area wineries hit hard by recent wildfires are now hit with another problem: more expensive or possibly no insurance coverage. Last September's glass fire blackened more than 67,000 acres and destroyed hundreds of homes and businesses. Among them, nearly 3 dozen wineries in Napa County alone.
Hi, this is Hugh Davies.
Hugh Davies, owner of Schramsberg Vineyards, was among the lucky ones. The glass fire burned all around his 230-acre property near Calistoga.
We were able to make it through the fire with all of our buildings intact, and life goes on. We're thankful very much for that.
But this year, along with the threat of more devastating wildfires, has come the skyrocketing cost of insurance. Or worse, the possibility an insurance carrier drops you altogether.
In some of these rural areas that have been visited by fires recently, we have a real challenge of being able to afford fire insurance or even secure it.
Davey.
And that's happening to homeowners and businesses, wineries, and it's been happening for years. Hundreds of thousands have been dropped already. It's true for, the flood insurance that's skyrocketing. Insurance is skyrocketing all over, or people just say, the insurance companies say, sorry, you've been flooded now 3 times. We're not carrying you anymore. And you can't get flood insurance. You have to go with the national, the FEMA flood insurance that is also getting more and more expensive. They truly have us. They got us. The drought.
My husband and I have been farming for 27 years. We farm about 1,100 acres of rice, right around 200 acres of walnuts, 60 acres of row crop, and then we run 250 head of mother cows. We ended up having to fallow right around 500 acres of rice. We didn't have much choice. There's nothing. It's just dirt and some, dry weeds, basically. If there's not water for it, you can't grow it.
Most of Trainum's water originates 120 miles away in Shasta Lake and makes its way to her farm via a series of canals and pipelines. But the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation, which manages much of this infrastructure and provides 1/5 of Western farmers with irrigation water, has cut the water allocations for many to 0 this year.
Many to 0. So what does that mean for farmers? They get destroyed. What does that mean for all of us? Food shortages. This is not just happening in the United States. It's happening. I saw several broadcasts of news this morning. Australia, they having their own real problems. But, so for all of you who might just be sitting on the East Coast somewhere, thinking, oh, this is a shame, it catches up to you. The ripple effects are very wide, very long, and it catches up to all of us. So, the frequencies that I am seeing, that I saw last night, which I'll show you in California, not good. Not good. And man, I should have taken a capture of what was happening right here. Powerful, extremely low frequencies set off right in this area. Now, what do I have open here? Okay, this was last night. This was at 12:23 a.m., so it was 11:23 p.m. in California. Look at these. Look at this. Blasting away. Well, what can they do with these extremely low frequencies? They can intensify storms. They can whip around the winds. They can steer weather fronts. And look at what's happening down here. You're never going to hear mainstream media meteorologists talking about these electromagnetic frequencies that show up on radar. You will not hear it. And that's why they are, I'm sorry, just immoral, despicable human beings. Well, let's take a look at, or let me see if I captured what was happening this morning. Hang on. No, I had this page open to show you what was happening, but guess what? They actually turn off the frequencies, so didn't get to see it. You're not getting to see it. Looking at these fires, it doesn't look like Grandview. Well, look, I can't tell from here, but it doesn't look like the fire has grown much, but I'm just basing that on the smoke seems to be, the same. Look at the air masses, though. They're going in different directions. West and east. You can see the ripples in the smoke down in California. Microwaves. And that Troy fire is an hour away from where I live. I think the smoke now it looks like the smoke is, you got the two different air masses here. You've got smoke going up north, you got smoke coming down south. This is BC, British Columbia. That has about 300 wildfires going on. But I think the smoke is what is making it difficult to see clearly the mountains that I used to be able to see. So, you can see the microwaves in the smoke coming over, from, I guess, the fire in Oregon, coming right on through, getting very bulky and thick right here in Montana. But look at the ripples, okay? These microwaves, the electromagnetic frequencies in use, well, they're using them for a reason, right? Look at it's still here, parked outside the coast of the West Coast, all states. It's been here for what, 3 days now, 4 days? Now you have lights that are traveling, not natural. What is it? I'm not sure, but it's in different locations, because I've been showing this now for several days. And let's take a look at the East Coast, because we've had quite a bit of flooding over the last couple of days, but it seems to be in like pockets of, like local news will spend about 2 minutes on it, but you're not hearing it on national news because the fires are really usurping that news. Well, it used to load. This site used to load pretty quickly, and it's not anymore. Even the blowing up of this cloud right here in the Gulf, they could claim, oh, a tropical storm is brewing in the Gulf, ready to hit, Louisiana, the southern states. All of this is not natural cloud. All of it. Yeah, and every time I zoom in, then it doesn't load for a while. But look at this. This is not natural cloud. Look at how lined up it is. Look at the blow up of cloud here. Now, there's all different types of methods that they have to create cloud, to bring about flooding, to bring about these fires. Please, I have playlists. I have a geoengineering playlist. I have a weather modification playlist. I have a directed energy weapon playlist. I have a climate change hoax playlist. If you don't know much about what is taking place and the technology that man has at his hands, which could have been used for good, but no, we're going to use it for evil, then, check out the very many videos. But this right here, look, with nanobots, they can create stratus-cumulus clouds. But also with, see, this is why I don't do any kind of live, interviews or go on live chats, because my memory is really failing me. But the water surface coolers, not even sure if I got that right, but all of what you are seeing right here, these are nanobots, the little blips of cloud that seem to, well, you see the air mass, it's pushing into the Gulf, right? But all of these nanobots stay inland. They literally take direction from someone at a supercomputer in the military. They all have their GPSs, the nanobots, and yep, they can receive and send data, and you're seeing that they are receiving data from that supercomputer, and they're creating, like, consider the nanobots, weather soldiers that they can activate to bring about an awful lot of destruction. And that's what we're living. We are at war. We are at war. We are at war. Okay. You guys out west, could you leave comments just to let us know how you're doing? Especially if you're in those areas. Subscribers that have contacted me periodically, you know, leave comments just to let us know that you're okay. Ciao, guys.